Hey everybody, I'm Tim. In today's video, I'm going to take you through my Overland trailer build. This is a Smittybilt trailer. It came as a big box and a kit that we had to go pick up at a storage yard and assemble. And I've homemade this trailer from the beginning. So I'm going to show you what I did to customize this to where I can go out on adventures and enjoy it. So let's get started. All right, the first thing I did to the trailer was switch out the type of hitch it came with. I put on one of these articulating hitches. And a lot of this stuff I'll leave in the comments down below on how I actually did the build. I'm not always the best remembering the names of these things, but I did the articulating hitch. I've been very happy with it. It's been 5 years now that I've been using this trailer and I still haven't had any problems with that. The next thing I did was I installed 2 of the Life Pro lithium batteries. So they're 100 amp hour batteries. And then I used the Renogy system. I was really happy with the Renogy. I did some research on it, and it's been a great system with that. And on top of that, I also used their solar panels. And with this, I mounted it on the front of the trailer, which is only good for half the day, depending on how I'm parking. So then I went with a more movable panel like these EcoFlows here, where I can move them around wherever the sun's at. But this one stays on here all the time. I went ahead and went with the Renogy on these 2. These have been outstanding solar panels. I've been very happy with it. And the way I mounted it on here is I used a wall mount TV stand to mount the solar panel onto. And that allows me to pick it up and put it higher. I can put it in different positions. I can angle it more over towards the sun. So there's a lot of different things I can do with that style of wall mount. So that's worked out really good. Went ahead and mounted the propane tank here. I know if you guys are familiar with these Smittybilt Scout trailers, they normally put the spare tire up here, but I used that same rack that came for the spare tire to hold my water tank. I'll talk about it here in a minute, but I used a propane mount instead and bolted it inside here to where it would hold a propane tank. That way I can have hot water showers, which mean a lot to me these days. I'm no longer taking cold water showers like back in the days, so hot water is good to have a shower with. Plus, I can do my cooking up here too. I normally set my jet boil system up here to where I can cook, so this makes a great surface for it to sit on for that. So I'm happy with that. For this build, I use a Smittybilt tent, and this thing is huge inside. I've been really happy with this. It opens up. It's a little bit of a pain. I like my rooftop tent with the hard shell, but these soft shell tents are a little bit more in setting up and packing, but this one's really provided a lot of space. I've been happy with the space inside of it, and I've never had any problems with it. It's now also 5 years old as well, and so far so good with that. So overall, I'm happy with that for this build. Whenever I undo the soft shell tent, I just fold it up and I tuck it up under here. And I don't have it up on the blocks, but typically I'll carry my leveling blocks with me, which will give us about another 4 inches under here where I could actually stand, so I can stand up straight. I'm 6 foot tall, and you can see at this height it is a little cramped, but once this trailer came with 33-inch tires, which are great. I haven't had any problems with these tires at all, but I do have to put it on blocks if I want to stand up underneath it. This is our kitchen here. This is the pantry. This is where all of our stuff is kept, all your popcorns and all your sauces, chips, all that type of stuff lives in here. Now notice out here when you're camping, all your seasonings a lot of times, the moisture and all, will get dried up. So I pack all that inside an ammo can here, which keeps everything fresh. It doesn't get dried up that way. And then over on this side, I have the controls for switch pod. This controls my water pump that I got hooked to my shower and everything. It also controls lights. I have some cords that go up inside the tent here where we can plug our cell phones in at nighttime. And I got some chargers down here inside this bay along with a GRMS radio. And this is really handy to have at base camp. That way, if you have kids or that have the little walkies that are out running around, you can stay in contact with them. You can let them explore out a little bit in your area. And you can talk to other people that might be coming to meet you at camp, other friends and all. You don't have to hang around inside your Jeep and listen or have a walkie that might not hear them. But this one here is a 50-watt unit, so it gets really good range, and I'll show you the antenna for it. So for the antenna for the GRMS radio, I just used one of these expandable poles and put it up in the air there and mounted the antenna up there at the top of it. That way I have clear communication. It's up higher than what the actual trailer in the tent is. So it gets us up a little bit better range, especially in your areas where it's a little bit hilly and stuff. Having that little bit of extra range really pays off. Inside this box here, I've mounted my water pump, and this is where I get all the water for both the shower. I also put like a spray nozzle here, so if you want to wash dishes, or you have something you want to clean off, or even use to like fill up a dog dish or something, I use the spray nozzle here. I went with the front runner water tank here, and it's been great. It holds enough water to get us by for the weekend. So I'll fill this up right before we hit the campgrounds, so we have water here with that. And with that, I just ran from the water pump here a line that I could either connect my sprayer to here, and I use these quick disconnects. So now, if I want to plug in my shower, all I got to do is switch over here, and I can plug my shower in now too and use it. So that's been really handy with that. And with the water pump being right there, the water doesn't have very far to travel with that, so it's been really good. And mounted to this door here is my shower. It's nice having it here because you can adjust everything out with the tent being right here next to it. All I do is plug this into my water, quick disconnect, and then this line here goes over the propane tank. So if I'm cooking anything, all I gotta do is unhook the propane from the cooking and rehook this here, and I'll have my instant hot water and an instant shower here. So this has been a really great location to mount it, just because it's right here by the tent as well. And inside the fuse panel, I have one of these pigtails where I can mount my diesel heater. And I got this on this so I can use my diesel heater either on my Gladiator or I can use it on this trailer. So with those quick disconnects, it makes it really handy when you're going from one to the other. And I just keep it right underneath this front tongue here, and I run my hose up through the tent right there to where it lets the hot air come in. And man, it's really handy on these cold mornings, and I've really appreciated this diesel heater. It's been going on for me now for over 3 years. I haven't had any problems with it, so I've been very satisfied with it. Beside the back here, I've been running an Iceco fridge freezer. I've been very happy with this. It's always kept everything cold. It's always worked as it should. And I've never had my battery run totally down. These two 100 amp hour batteries have ran this refrigerator without any problem at all. So I'm very happy with the Iceco. And right behind there, I have a propane tank just as a backup tank in case the normal one runs out of propane, or if I'm going to run a portable campfire. If we're in an area that campfires are not permitted and we're going to use a propane campfire, this is the tank that we'll grab for that. And inside here, I just keep an extra solar panel, some extra blankets. You never know if that diesel heater is going to fail, so it's good to be prepared, have extra blankets with you just in case. And then up on top here is where I store my firewood. I just keep it in one of these trash bags that's built for the back of the Jeeps. And it works out really good there. It keeps the wood dry and out of the way, and it's really easy for us to access once we get it to camp. So with all these, I've been really happy with this whole entire setup. So overall, this makes for a great base camp. The longest we stayed out in this is for 5 days. It's very comfortable. A lot of times when we go to the Jeep rallies, we'll take this with us to the rally. We can set it up there. And instead of using the rooftop tent on the Gladiator, it allows us to be able to move around. And sometimes I'll still put the awning out on the Gladiator just so we have the extra shade, and I'll park it over here by the tent, which with the two together, that works out really good. I haven't really seen a need to put an awning on this yet. I might still at some point. And a few times we've had a tarp come off the back here and made our own awning, which has worked out really good too. But overall, I've been happy with the Smittybilt Scout. It is a little bit heavy, that's my only complaint, but outside that, I'd buy it again. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.